Like if we see the market consolidated, okay.
Yeah.
So and at that time the Bollinger pattern is like flat. It is like a sort
Hmm.
of tunneling in. It is going to bulge, okay, and it either might go up or down, okay. So at that
Hmm.
how much time we need to like take into consideration to jump into the market, okay. So the thing is, like, I was earlier noticing on the Bollinger Band bandwidth to see
Yeah.
like, on which direction it might go, but are there
Yeah.
any other strategies to predict which to way it would go? It would go up or it would go down?
You can actually predict that even by watching the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Band, there are three bands which you are watching: the upper, mid, and the lower.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Now, if the market has fallen down and the Bollinger Band has expanded at the top, come down, and then squeezed itself, now the Bollinger Band would definitely tend to bloat up and go up again. Now, how does the Bollinger Band inform you? The Bollinger Band, the upper Bollinger Band will curve up, will start curving up, right? The mid Bollinger Band will also start curving up. As you can see in this chart of the year, one second, over here, exactly on 31st December chart. The Bollinger Band is curving up. The mid Bollinger Band is also curving up. And what is lower Bollinger Band doing? It curves down. Why? Because after the squeezing, it has to expand. If the lower Bollinger Band also curves up, the squeeze is being maintained. The squeeze has to be expanded. So the upper is moving up, the mid is moving up, and the low also curves down. It will curve down and then slowly curve up again. Exactly what happens.
Okay, can we check on 12th of Feb? So in between 8 and 12, okay, 8
All
and
right.
12 Feb, we see that there is a narrowing of Bollinger Band. Market is getting consolidating. It's
Yes.
very flat. Okay, now if we add Bollinger Band width here, that
Yes.
is
On
one
the
of the
16th of
indicator.
February, on the 16th of February, the Bollinger Band, upper Bollinger Band did move up, slightly curved up, but the lower Bollinger Band and the mid Bollinger Band have curved down. It's an indication that I'm ready to fall further down. My lower Bollinger Band is curving down, my mid is also curving down. The
Yeah,
mid
so
Bollinger Band is the 20-day EMA.
mhm.
So if that is also curving down, that means the strength in the stock is weakening, which is why I'm curving down. And that's exactly what happened.
Okay, so if we stand as of 12th Feb, okay, if you expand it as of 12th Feb, we are in the market, okay, and we
Yes.
want to know whether on the next few days the Bollinger Band is going to go bulge in the upward direction or in the downward direction. Till the Bollinger Band gets either moved up or down, I mean, don't take any actions.
I would never trade on 12th of February because why? It is neither touching the upper Bollinger Band nor is it touching the lower Bollinger Band. Now, if I have to enter the Bollinger Band, I will wait for the strip to come down and touch the lower Bollinger Band,
Okay.
which would have been first trade I would have seen would have been on 17th or 18th of February. This
Mhm.
one, 18th Feb. It touches the lower Bollinger Band. Now, at lower Bollinger Band, my RSI is showing me what? Minus 84. Williams R is minus 84. CCI is at minus 162. But there is still scope for me to go down, but minus 84 is not where I would buy. It is coming down. It can go down to about minus 100. So I would wait. I would wait, and my waiting paid off my dividends. It touches lower, and on 22nd of February, or on 21st of February, sorry, 22nd February, it touches a low of minus 98 at Williams R. Now I'm
Okay.
looking at it to enter the stock. Now I'll be very careful. But the next day, it is outside my lower Bollinger Band. That means my script is currently showing a weak strength. I shall wait for it to enter the script and then see my other indicators. Even today at NEO, even today's rate at last rate of 45.78, I will still not enter NEO. I
Okay.
am still not willing to enter the NEO because now if you look at the trend, it's already turned down.
Mhm.
Now, because it is turned down, I can expect it to go further down. Now, my support, which was previously over here, is different. Now, my support, which was previously on 28th of December,
Mm-hmm.
Just look on 28th of December. Come on, yeah, this one. This was my support over here. That has been broken. What is the low? 42.23. That has been broken on this day on 22nd.
Yeah, correct.
Right? It has been broken. So now if this has been broken, the next support will come on 14th of December. 14th December, which the line is over here, which is that the low is 39.50.
39.51.
Now I will look at 39.52 as a support entry. Now I could look at 39.50 or I could look at entering at about 40 with a stop of 39.25, or take the low of this candle which Kamal is just showing, the big candle. The low is 39.43, 38.43. So I could take an entry at 39.50 with a stop of about 38, not 38.43, but stop of 38. So I'm taking $1.50 stop loss, and my target is straight 64. First target is 64. So at the entry at 40, exit at 64, 65, but that 64, 65 could take almost about 2 or 3 weeks. Now possibly this is a day chart. If I want to go further, I will watch this on a weekly chart. Now you realize this? Now the weekly candle has taken out how many weeks of growth? Just look at it. How many weeks of growth has been taken out? 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks of growth plus all the 4. All these weeks of growth has been taken out by just 2 or 3 candles only. You were rising from 40. You took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 weeks to rise. 5 weeks to consolidate, or 4 weeks to consolidate, and in 2 weeks, your 10 week of rise has been set. Thank you very much. Nice knowing you. My bear attack for 2 weeks has taken care of your 10 week of bullish impact. So now, even the weekly chart is very clearly showing 39.69 as a strong buying support, and 35.57 would be your next support level, or on the day chart basis, or I would enter at 39.50 with a stop of 38 or 37 or whatever I want. So even if I enter at 38.50 or 39.50 with a stop of over 38 or 37, a $2.50 stop loss with a profit margin of expected to be about $25 profit margin or $26 profit margin. I'm being 1:10. I'm being 1:10. Now I would expect that to climb. It fell down in how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 weeks. I expect it to climb in about 14 to 16 weeks, because my climb will be slow. The previous climb took me 10 weeks to climb. Now I expect the climb to be 14, either 14 or 16 weeks to climb, or even earlier if I'm lucky. But I will place my stop loss, because the earlier stop loss has been breached. The script has become, the share has become weak. It will collapse. Now, if I look at the Bollinger Band in this, the upper Bollinger Band has turned down. The mid Bollinger Band, can you zoom in further, Kamal? If it's possible to zoom in. Lovely. The upper Bollinger Band has curved down. The mid Bollinger Band is still showing a slight upward movement, but the lower Bollinger Band is also moving up. So now it's moving up to squeeze it further. It could squeeze, and very easily the lower Bollinger Band could also curve down and come down along with it. So when the lower Bollinger Band curves down, the mid Bollinger Band will also curve down, but mid Bollinger Band will curve down earlier, indicating further weakness in the stock. So the Bollinger Band movement can be very closely monitored. Kamal, let me share my screen. I will share my screen on Yahoo, Yahoo Finance.
Yes, sure, sir.
Vivek, I have some more questions on
Sure.
Bollinger Band with some specific stock. So should I ask in this session or the next session we have?
Let's do specific stocks later on. Let's finish off the stop losses. But I want to just show, since you're doing Bollinger Band, let me show you my screen on Bollinger Band with Yahoo Finance. I think I use a lot of other EMAs also. Right now, I'm showing you my screen on Goose. Now, I'm looking at Yahoo Finance to analyze it. Now, if you look at my charts very carefully, this is the mid Bollinger Band, yellow color. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Which I'm moving my cursor. This is the mid Bollinger Band, which is a 20-day EMA. Now, I have kept EMAs as a counter support to it. Now my next EMA, which is purple color, which I'm showing you now, which is a 50-day EMA, 50-day exponential moving average. Next is 100-day moving average. And the last one is 200-day moving average. Right? Now, whenever I look at my chart, now if you're doing a NEO, let's go back to NEO since that chart was being discussed.
Yeah. So, Vivek, one question before moving.
Tell me, I can always go back.
Yeah. So here in between November and December, if you see, okay, in between November and December,
Yes.
say particularly December 14. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So between these 2 months, the Bollinger Band was like pretty much. The
Squeezing.
market was consolidating. It was stable. It was.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this, so here like market on November, mid-November onwards, it's so November first week it was going down. So we didn't. So here like
November 3rd.
yeah, so it has reached the lower Bollinger bandwidth and
Yes.
sorry, lower Bollinger band line, and then it moved up. But if you
Yes.
see December 12 onwards, it has gone down and breached whatever the low was there before. That was on November
Yes.
first week.
Yes.
So during
Yes.
this time, I mean, like the market is consolidating in between these two gaps. Sorry, I mean to say in between these two duration, should we
Yes.
be on a hold, not to invest during?
Why? Why? You could have traded. You could have traded. I would have traded this. Now,
Okay.
watch very carefully. We put up the right dates. If you ask me, you put up the perfect dates. This was the date we would have seen. It came out of the Bollinger Band, low Bollinger Band, came out of the Bollinger Band, entered the Bollinger Band. Right? So on November the 3rd, it entered the Bollinger Band range. Now look at your RSI, which is here. This is RSI, CCI, Williams R. Now look on November the 2nd, where is your RSI? 42.39.
Yeah.
Can you see? CCI is at minus 188 at the rock bottom. At the rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Williams R is at minus 91, and it turns up. It turns up and the price comes into the Bollinger Band range. Now, even if I buy at the high of this price, even if I bought at the height at 42.09, I'm saying figure 42.09, I buy at 42.10.
Mm-hmm.
What is my stop loss I've kept? My previous day low was 40.81. The previous day to low was 40.95. So 40.81 is my low as my stop loss. I have entered at 42.10 on 3rd November, right? Because it came into the Bollinger Band and movement has started up. All right, next day, what was the low I've kept as my stop loss? 40.81. So I've kept 40.75. Did it reach over here? 41.72 was the lowest. I'm at 40.75. Over here, it did not. Over here, it did not. Right? My entry was at what? 42.10. That was on 3rd of November. Now, as I keep going up, I cross my mid Bollinger Band. I keep climbing up further. Now, from here, I do take a dip. Now, I could have exited at the low of this day. 2 days prior, the low was 43.76. They did touch over here. It did not. So my stop loss got secured. It goes up out of the Bollinger Band. Now at 51.13, close of this band at 50.22, what is the profit I've already made? My entry point was 42. I am looking at a close of 50. I made a profit of $8.
Around $8, yeah.
$8 on a buy price of 40. So what is my profit margin? 8 by 40, how much? 1 by 20?
Yeah.
So that's your profit margin. You want more money? But you look at the RSI now. Where is RSI now? 70. Where is CCI? Plus 236 is what we always indicate. plus 200, it's time to get out. What are you waiting for? Williams are minus 9. What are you waiting for? 0? No. You make $8 on a $40 investment. Why should you not look for anything else?
Okay. Yeah, it
You're
means
getting a 20% profit in how many days? In just 21 calendar days. So 21 calendar days would be about what, 3 weeks. So 15 trading days. And if you actually count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In 15 trading days, I am making a 20% profit margin. I will now sell. I come back over here, same price. Can I enter it in a trade? Possibly yes. I enter the trade and I exit the trade next day at 43. Or the next day at 43 again, or again the next day at 43. But after that fourth day, I have breached this portion. What was this? This was a gap up portion. That gap up got filled in with this gap down. So my support has been violated. If my support has been violated, I exit my trade immediately with bare minimum loss. Now my next support after the support was violated would have been somewhere around here. And that's exactly where at 36.52 it goes again take a proper support. Way back in this area, 36.52. And after that it has not looked back. So support violated over here, I should sell out and or re-enter at the next support. My next support was over here. $36.52. Now from 36.52, I have almost gone to 58. Now I have sold at 58.40. I know my rate on 4th of February, 58.40. That's it. Here, 4th February, 58.40 was my selling price. The time of sale was also at approximately India time at about 8:30, 8:45, if I'm not mistaken. I distinctly remember that time because I was out shopping with my family. I was in, those who are aware of Palladium in Bombay, I was in Palladium Mall shopping with my family, enjoying my evening out. And my son called me. I said, better sell at 58.40. Right? Next day it went up. Last working day, 59.68. My target is 62.63. Now, how will I take my targets? I will convert this from weekly chart to daily chart to weekly charts. Right? Now look at the way things are moving. This is the current position. Look what is happening in July and October of last year. Are we near the tops? Can you see that? Now that is my resistance. I am looking at this resistance of 60.25 or I am looking at this resistance of 63, 64, 63. My first target is 64, 63. Clear? Now I showed you how I found my resistances also, where it is curving up and down. See the way I have moved my Bollinger Bands, see the way I have moved my EMA charts. My EMAs are also moved along with it. Now to go back to the NEO, which we were discussing previously. There you see NEO. Now NEO has fallen between the below the 20 Bollinger, between the 50 EMA, close to 100 EMA. Now 100 EMA are very strong supports. The next strong support would be a 200 EMA, which would be around at 3430 or 3450, which if you look at your candle chart somewhere in November, that is the support happening over there. Or the support could be somewhere over here. That's the way. 2550 could be the next support. Because in the month of October, November, on a day chart, it did not allow it to go below 2550. So NEO now at 45, I would be looking to buy at around 2550 or even earlier. Even this would be a good support to buy at 40. Yes, at 40. Because why? Look at the line. How often it has gone, touched 40 right in the month of November and bounced back. So over here it bounced back, it touches 40, bounces back, touches 40, bounces back, touches 40, bounces back, touches 40, bounces back, touches 40, bounces back. Now I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits at 40. I would say at 40 I would like to buy it with a very small stop loss. At 40 I would be a buyer with a stop loss of about the low here is 38.43, the low here is 38.11. At 40 I would be a buyer with a stop of about 37.75. So $2.25 stop loss, buy at 40, sell at 60. Clear? Was that clear to you?
Yes.
Right? Kamal, can you take over? Hopefully, in this chart, I explained to you why my stop losses are where I am. I'm buying at this price at 40 and going below the wicks of the previous time when it touched 40. The last lowest it touched 40 was at 38.11. So I'm going even lower than that at 37.75. Because I don't want my stop loss to get hit. If I'm entering at 40, I don't want my stop loss to get hit. I want to make a trade up to 60. I'm willing to take that $2.50 hit. I could take it at 37.70, 37.50 also as a stop loss. That $2.50 hit for a $20 profit. Or even $25 profit. 1 second. What is the dollar profit I can make? The height it touches 67. I can go up to 65. Even a $25 profit from 40 is possible. So I want to secure my stop loss in such a way I don't lose much, but I gain a large amount of money. How stop losses are actually supposed to help you. Like, all right, let's take one more example in the same chart of NEO. Since NEO is already opened up, I can give you one more chart. Now, this is a chart where the price touched the upper Bollinger Band at 57.20 and it came down. It touched a close of 53.50. Now, if I have to put a stop loss here, I can put a stop loss of the previous day low, which is 50.48. Or the previous day low to that, the low was 47.88. Now, do I want to keep 47.88 or do I want to keep 50.48? That is left to me to decide over here with the close at 53.50. So even if I keep the long close at 50.48, that gets triggered over here. So the very next day, my price, my I was out of my trade at 50.48, which would have been the close of this trade or the low of this trade. I'll be out over here. Right? If I kept this trade at low at 47.88, I did not get out here, I did not get out here, I got out here. No. 47.88, even here, I did not get out. If I touch 48.18, I got out here. That is 1, 2, 3, fourth day after putting my stop loss. I had ample time to analyze what was happening. My upper Bollinger Band had turned down, 3 consecutive days turning down. So I should have bought out earlier. That is where technical analysis will help you. The other things, indicators will help you to play with your stop losses. Another reason why I could have used my 20-day EMA as my stop loss. Minute that stop loss got hit at 20-day, I am out, and then it comes down. And I again enter wherever I wish to enter, either the lower Bollinger Band or a 20-day EMA crossover. So stop losses play a very important role in safeguarding your money, your capital. Any questions, guys? I have already taken 2 sessions instead of half a session which I was allocated. Kamal, I'm sorry.
No, Vivek sir, that was very insightful, and I believe everyone on the call has got a better understanding of what people would have known before.
So any questions, anybody? Anybody has a question to share?
Hi Vivek, this is Avinash here again.
Yes, Avinash.
Just last question. I mean,
Feel free to ask as many questions you can.
Yeah, can we do some analysis on some ETFs which are very hot ETFs from ARK Investments? So it's just like I have purchased some ARK G and LIT ETF.
Just name them. Just name them.
It's ARKG. The ticker symbol is
ARKG.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one, first one.
Right? Yep, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yep.
Now, what is it? What is the chart indicating to you? Look at me, what's it indicating to you? I'll give you an idea by placing my cursor. Right?
Yep.
Support, it's at the support level. Support
Yes.
touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It's at the support level. It is below the lower Bollinger Band, right?
Yep.
The upper Bollinger Band has curved up. The mid Bollinger Band has curved down. The lower Bollinger Band has also curved down. So there is weakness coming. If this support gets taken out, your next support level will be over here at 73. If this gets taken out, which is already at 90 or 93. So if 90 is breached, your next support is directly at 73. Right? Now, Bollinger Band is saying, thank you very much, I am in no mood to climb. Right? What is the RSI indicating to you? At 32. CCI minus 74, still going down. RSI at minus 86, still has a chance of going down. Doesn't mean that if William Dart touches minus 99, it will reverse immediately. At minus 99, it can still go further down. Now, 3 indicators telling you going down, Bollinger telling you going down. What is the EMA telling you? It is below the 20-day EMA, which is over here. It is below the 50 EMA, which is this one, which is 100.703. It is below, it is at your 100-day EMA, which is a 9130, where you currently are at 9130, 9135 or 9134 is your current 100-day EMA, a very strong EMA. If this cracks, your next EMA at the current level is a 200-day EMA, which is 75. And if you correlate that to what I spoke a few seconds earlier of coming around 73, that is a 200-day EMA, which will again be a very strong support But if a script or a share or a counter is becoming weak, a 200-day EMA can also keep going down. So this ETF, I'm sorry, is at a very strong support level. I would be a very careful watcher. If it cracks below 90, my next target is 73. Unhindered. Unhindered. Keep that in mind. I'm saying unhindered. Why? There's a gap up here. This gets filled in. There's a gap up here. No, there's no gap up here. But there are wicks here. They all get filled in. Now convert this from a day chart to a weekly chart and you realize what is happening. Now you see the difference? All your climb, you started climbing from here, from 89.90, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 weeks of climb. I will consolidate in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks and 4 weeks. In just 1.5 weeks, my 7 week of climb has been washed away. And it is nearing my mid-Bollinger Band on a weekly chart. So if it cracks down a 73, which is over here or over here, would be very comfortable.
Thank you, Vivek.
Please